Have you ever contemplated the role of virtues in our lives, especially those proposed by Aristotle, in shaping our character in today's modern world? It's a thought-provoking question, isn't it? Virtues, as Aristotle described, are not merely habits or learned behaviors, but they are the essence of our being, the core of our character. Aristotle's virtues are timeless principles that can guide us in personal development and character building. They are not bound by the constraints of time or cultural changes. These virtues, such as courage, temperance, and justice, to name a few, can serve as beacons in our journey of life, illuminating our path toward becoming better versions of ourselves. In a world that is constantly evolving and presenting new challenges, these virtues hold their ground, providing us with a moral compass to navigate through life's complexities. In the next few minutes, we'll take a deep dive into Aristotle's virtues and their significant implications in the contemporary world. To truly appreciate the wisdom of Aristotle, we must first understand what these virtues are. So let's dive right into it. First up, we have courage. Think of it as bravery in the face of fear, but not recklessness. Aristotle believed courage was a balanced response to danger, not a mindless charge into the unknown. Next is temperance, which is all about self-control and moderation. It's the ability to resist temptive pleasures and desires, to not indulge excessively in anything, be it food, drink, or even emotions. Liberality and magnificence, these virtues deal with wealth. Liberality is about being generous without being wasteful, while magnificence involves spending large amounts on great things, but wisely and without frivolity. Moving on to pride, it is the honest and justified pleasure in one's achievements. It's about recognizing your own worth, but not crossing into arrogance. Honor, as Aristotle saw it, is about giving due respect to others, especially those who are deserving, while good temper relates to anger. It's about being angry in a just manner and at the right things. Friendliness, as the name suggests, is about being pleasant and sociable. It's about knowing how to deal with people in a way that respects their feelings and needs. Truthfulness, a virtue that needs little explanation, is about being honest and sincere, while wit deals with humor. Yes, Aristotle believed that a good sense of humor was a virtue, as it contributes to social ease and enjoyment. Friendship, to Aristotle, was more than just a virtue. It was a necessity of life and a source of happiness. And lastly, we have justice, the cornerstone of all virtues, which is about fairness, equality, and ensuring everyone gets what they deserve. Now that we have a grasp on what these virtues are, let's explore their relevance in our daily lives. You may ask, how do these ancient virtues apply to my life in the 21st century? Aristotle's virtues, though over 2,000 years old, have an enduring relevance that transcends time and culture. They provide a framework for personal growth, enriching relationships, and making meaningful contributions to society. Firstly, consider courage. In Aristotle's view, courage is not the absence of fear, but rather the ability to face fear and act despite it. This virtue is as applicable today as it was in ancient Greece. Whether it's making a difficult decision, standing up for what's right, or tackling a challenging project, courage enables us to face adversity head-on. Next, let's discuss temperance, or self-restraint. In today's world of instant gratification, temperance has never been more relevant. It's the ability to resist short-term impulses for long-term gains, whether it's choosing a healthy meal over fast food, or saving money instead of making an impulsive purchase. Temperance is a virtue that can lead to improved health and financial stability. Thirdly, we have liberality, the virtue of generosity. In a world often marred by greed and selfishness, liberality encourages us to share our resources and time with others. It could be as simple as helping a friend in need, volunteering in your community, or making a charitable donation. This virtue not only benefits others, but also cultivates a sense of fulfillment and purpose in our own lives. Magnificence, the virtue of doing great things, is another Aristotle's virtue that can be applied today. This is not about grandeur for its own sake, but about using our resources, skills, and abilities to create something meaningful and impactful. Whether it's starting a business that solves a societal problem, writing a book that enlightens others, or creating a piece of art that inspires, magnificence is about making a positive mark on the world. Lastly, let's consider magnanimity, or greatness of soul. This virtue urges us to strive for personal excellence and to act in ways that are honorable and noble. It's about being the best version of ourselves and inspiring others to do the same. Whether it's pursuing advanced education, mastering a skill, or acting with integrity even when it's difficult. Magnanimity is a virtue that can elevate our personal and professional lives. Each of these virtues, if applied, can lead to a richer, more fulfilling life. They can improve our relationships, enhance our personal growth, and enable us to make positive contributions to society. They remind us that true happiness is not found in material possessions, but in character and virtue. As we can see, these virtues, though ancient, have a timeless quality that can assist us in navigating the complexities of modern life. Knowing about these virtues is one thing, but how do we apply them in our daily lives? Let's take courage, for instance. Aristotle believed courage was not about being fearless, but rather about facing our fears. So, in our daily lives, we can practice courage by acknowledging our fears and stepping out of our comfort zones. Whether it's public speaking, trying a new hobby, or standing up for what's right, these are all opportunities to exhibit courage. Next, let's consider temperance, the virtue of self-restraint. In our world of instant gratification, practicing temperance can be a challenge. But it's about making conscious choices, like choosing a healthy meal over fast food, or resisting the urge to binge-watch TV shows. It's about moderation and balance. Then there's liberality, or generosity. This doesn't necessarily mean giving away all your possessions. Instead, it's about being open-handed and willing to share, whether it's your time, your skills, or your resources. It's about being part of a community and contributing to it in meaningful ways. Wisdom, another virtue, can be cultivated by being curious and open-minded. It's about learning from our experiences, reflecting on our actions, and seeking knowledge. Reading books, engaging in thoughtful conversations, or exploring new ideas can foster wisdom. Aristotle's virtue of magnificence is about doing great things. It's not about grand gestures, but about making a significant impact. It could be as simple as volunteering for a cause you believe in, or creating something that brings joy to others. Lastly, let's touch on the virtue of magnanimity, or greatness of soul. This is about being humble and recognizing the worth in others. It's about treating others with kindness and respect, even when it's difficult. These virtues aren't easy to practice. They require effort, self-reflection, and sometimes stepping out of our comfort zones. But remember, every journey begins with a single step, and each step you take towards embodying these virtues will bring you closer to becoming the best version of yourself. While it may seem challenging at first, the benefits of these virtues will become apparent as you practice them. Today we embarked on a journey through time, exploring the wisdom of Aristotle and its relevance in our lives. We delved into the depths of Aristotle's virtues, a fundamental cornerstone of his philosophical thought. We examined the beauty of balance, the golden mean, and the essence of happiness through virtuous living. We then ventured into the present, discussing the timeless relevance of these virtues. Placing courage, temperance, and justice in our modern context, we observed how they guide our actions and shape our character. In a world often filled with confusion and uncertainty, Aristotle's virtues serve as beacons of clarity, guiding us towards a fulfilled life. Next, we explored the practical application of these virtues, illustrating how they can be woven into the fabric of our everyday lives. From personal relationships to professional pursuits, Aristotle's virtues have the potential to transform our existence. Remember, as Aristotle once said, we are